Hey guys, what's up? This is iTech1 here. So Apple released a new iPad Air recently. Before they released this new iPad Air though, Apple was still selling the 2017 released 10.5-inch iPad Pro in their official stores. But right after they announced this new iPad with a larger display from their predecessors, the 2017 iPad Pro was taken down immediately and now you can only find them in retail stores. So this indicates that Apple is basically replacing their 10.5-inch iPad Pro with the iPad Air, and this slogan, "Power isn't just for the pros," makes that assumption even more accurate. I thought it would be interesting to compare the two iPads, the new iPad Air 3rd generation against the 2017 iPad Pro, and see how they stand against each other. So let's get right in. Both iPads come in 3 different colors, including silver, space gray, and rose gold. Dimensions of the iPad Air and the iPad Pro are literally identical, having a height of 9.8 inches, width of 6.8 inches, and depth of 0.2 inches. Although there is a slight difference in weight, but it isn't going to be too noticeable. So since the dimensions and the screen sizes are the same, there isn't any difference in bezels either. Thus, the iPad Air still retains the home button like the 2017 iPad Pro. Both iPads come with a 10.5-inch Retina display with the exact same screen resolution of 2224 by 1668 pixels and same pixel density of 264 ppi. The main display difference that lies between these two iPads is the screen refresh rate. The new iPad Air comes with a 60Hz refresh rate, while the iPad Pro has what Apple calls their ProMotion technology, doubling the refresh rate to 120Hz. This means that when you're scrolling through Safari or switching in between applications, the transaction and the motion is a lot smoother on the 2017 iPad Pro in comparison to the iPad Air. In addition, both iPads do have laminated display and true tone. Next, the iPad Pro comes with an A10X Fusion chip, which is a hexa-core processor with a CPU clock rate of 2.38 GHz, while the iPad Air comes with the same processor found in the 2018 iPhones, the A12 Bionic chip, that is also a hexa-core processor with a clock rate of 2.49 GHz. So processor-wise, the new iPad Air is faster in comparison to the 2017 iPad Pro. The iPad Air comes with only 2 speakers, while the iPad Pro has a quad speaker system, so the audio on the Pro is louder, and having speakers on both sides give you more surround sound experience. In relation to the audio, both iPads do have the headphone jack still, which I think is kind of nice. Now let's talk about the cameras. Both iPads come with a 7-megapixel front camera. The iPad Pro comes with a 12-megapixel rear camera with an LED flash that can record in 4K, while the iPad Air has an 8-megapixel rear camera that records at 1080p. Next, the accessories. Both iPads are compatible with the 1st generation Apple Pencil and have their own specific smart keyboard case. Capacity and pricings. The iPad Pro comes in 3 storage capacities starting with 64GB and goes up to 512, while the iPad Air only has 2 capacities of 64 and 256GB. In regards to the pricings, the 10.5-inch iPad Pro ranges in prices depending on the resale store you get it from, but it starts at around $600. The iPad Air has a set price starting at $499 and goes up depending on the storage capacity and if you choose to buy the Wi-Fi model or Wi-Fi plus cellular. So which one should you get out of these two? You know by now that there are a few trade-offs if you choose either. Like if you choose the iPad Air, you're missing out on the ProMotion display, quad speakers, better rear camera quality, and the LED flash. And if you choose the iPad Pro, you'll miss out on Apple's fast A12 processor. In the end, it comes down to your personal preference. It would have been nice if Apple had added a few extra Pro features like faster screen refresh rate and quad speakers in the iPad Air. But personally, I'd probably go for the 2017 iPad Pro still just for those features. Let me know which one you would choose in the comments below. So this is it for this video guys. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to stay updated with the latest information around Apple products. So until next time guys, take care.